Hi, brothers. Look, the
Man,
meeting's
brothers.
over. The meeting's over, but if you want to hang out for a little bit, you're welcome to. If you want to hang out for a little bit, you're welcome to. We'll shoot the breeze a little bit.
Hey, I love the bros, but I'm gonna go say hi to my wife because I walked past her and came right into this meeting, brother, from a trip. So I gotta go at least kiss her and say hello.
For the first vice, if you think you ever need permission to exit to go see your wife, I'm gonna need to talk to you, my brother.
I just want you to know. And tomorrow's her birthday too, so I gotta treat her.
Oh yeah, you really got to get off.
Oh yeah. He knows where his bread is buttered.
There you go.
For sure.
All right, brothers.
I would have been gone.
Y'all have a good evening.
All right, you too.
All right,
Take
have a
care.
good one, Herb.
Yep. Take care.
All right.
It's
going on,
been
Q?
great seeing you, brothers. Some of you I've seen at district meetings. Just to let you know that I am very, very proud. I was born in the 7th district, but the 12th district is my home. And I really love the 12th district. And Brother Lewis, you and I go way back. And I just want you to know, I'm praying that God deliver what we request. And I think we will. Brother Dow, thank you for being a friend, my brother.
Always.
Thank you for being a good DR. Love you, man.
Love you too.
Love
now.
all of y'all like a hog love slop and the top love the bottom.
Good Lord, that's pretty good. That's a lot of love right there. Huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a lot of
Did
love.
you say you were from Alabama, Brother John?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
From Birmingham.
Got
Not
you.
Birmingham, Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Montgomery, Alabama. Montgomery, Alabama. Montgomery, Alabama. Benson Thomas, Gamma Sigma 61.
Yeah. All right. Alabama
Yes, sir.
State.
Yeah. Good to see you, my brother.
Oh, yeah. I'm up the road from you, Stillman.
Okay. Well, I was
Okay.
raised in the 7th, but my home is in the 12th, and I'm in the 9th, but I'm gonna always be in the 12th.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, you know, it's so interesting. I talked to, Brother Young and I have this conversation all the time about the 12th is probably one of the most diverse districts, I think, in the fraternity. You know, you've got so many brothers who come here for military. You've got so many brothers in California who come here for entertainment, Silicon Valley or what have you. So you get a nice real mix of brothers who were made in other places. And we all kind of fall in love with the 12th. You know, obviously I've been out here in the 12th for 22 years, you know, made a beta chapter in 93, but, you know, I was born in the 2nd, but I've been raised in the 12th. And the 12th is a real special place. And I think we as a district need to realize just how special and really how unique we are. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So when I hear the senior brothers talking about where they came from and their love for the 12th, brother Bridges, we might have to do a special history and archives event where we're talking about, you know, just that road for Big Ben to actually get to. Now I know we
now you're talking about a real interesting trip.
yeah. I know Theta Pi. I see. I don't know if Keith's still, Brother Barnes still on here. I know Theta Pi did that event where they had you know, Big Ben's 2 sons kind of really talk about growing up.
Yes.
But I think having a conversation about that road to the Grand Conclave and document it through a history archives, you know, forum, maybe even a forum like this that we just record. I think we need that. We need that.
I believe Brother Blunt, if he's still on the line, and there are a few others who I'm sure could make a real good contribution to doing that. And there are a few of us are still around who were able to really be under Ben's tutelage, which much of what I have over the years kept is what he taught us. And for me, it was within Omega and outside of Omega, because we were affiliated and several community action programs outside of Omega. So we have a real breadth of what he truly was about when it came to his life's walk.
Yeah. Look, I think history, I heard somewhere, I think I was reading it, obviously history is written by, those who, the conquerors, if you will, right? Not those who are conquered.
Right.
And our history as, African Americans or Africans, it's often handed down orally. Fortunately for us, we're now in this, 2022, where Zoom and recordings have been, kind of second nature. So we're really starting to document some of these things. So I'm going to get with Brother Love, ask him to reach out to you, Brother Bridges, and you let us know who should be in this forum as we talk about that road. And then, at the appropriate time, I think we need to do something like that just for Rick, and really kind of understand what the road to get to where we know you're going to get to here in about a week and change. Document that road too. As Brother Lewis has said to me a number of times, one of the things that I always say as an HR executive, right, vice president of people, I don't want to be the last vice president of people that looks like, right?
True.
I don't want to be the last one, right? I want to leave that door open so that the next one can come right behind me.
Absolutely.
And Rick continues to say, he doesn't want to be the last grad basilisk from the 12th district.
It's been 40 years. What does that say?
Right. And here's the deal. If he is the last grad basilisk from the 12th district, then he didn't do his job.
That is correct. Right? Yes. Yeah. Ben was a pace setter, a milestone for the 12th, quite naturally. And Ricky fell in right behind him. When I'm going back old school now, but I remember when Ricky's first term as the district representative, and much of the opposition was he had a vision, and it was difficult for many and most to capture the vision. I remember us being at a district council meeting, and Brother Martinez stood up and he said, "You know what the problem is with us? This brother is dragging us into the 21st century."
Good, man.
So y'all didn't.
Hey, Ernie. Hey, Ernie.
Yes.
Your memory is good, man. Damn, your memory.
Thank God, I still got it.
That's exactly
what's left.
That's exactly what he said. No, brothers, that's exactly what Dennis said. What Ernie's saying. Your memory is good, bro.
Yeah, I remember that quite well. He said, "Our problem is this brother is dragging us into the 21st century." So look where it is today. And he's positioned himself for whatever. And
Ernie,
I say
you forget the fact that he was a good teacher, but the brother could sing. So Ricky, you're gonna have to learn how to carry a tune, brother. The brother could sing, he could blow.
Yes, he could. He definitely could do that.
I want to say this.
I think we understand where we are, what we are blessed with.
Mm.
You see, that's really, we are blessed. And when you look at from Ben to Ricky and how we organized as a district, we really didn't have a choice when you look at the graphics, the space that we cover. You spoke about the diversity.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But look at the different states we represent.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And the different levels of people within those states, and how we've come together and not just survive, but have always been at the focal point. Remember when we changed the change came from the Lampado to the current day intake program, it was the 12th district. See, some of y'all forgot that. And a lot of that started with Ben. And Ricky took it to the next level. And what we do as a fraternity basically came out of the 12. But we had to come up with some kind of initiative or program because of our logistics. And it became what? The role model.
I love it. Dr. Taylor.
Yes, I wanted to go back to something that you said earlier, again, about the diversity of the 12th district. And I want to elevate the voice of Brother Thomas from Bama State, Brother Clifford Jones. There are a whole bunch of brothers from the 7th district, or who were born in the 7th district, who are out here. But Brother Lewis was also literally born in the 7th district. And I guess what I really want to say in appreciation for the leadership in the 12th district is that this is the state of California. This is the area of this country that I heard about growing up in Alabama. And I remember moving out here 30 plus years ago from West Virginia. And I came out here because of my aunt who lived in Northern California. And she said to me, you can continue to be a big person in a small pond, or you can come to California and be a small person in a big pond. And I guess my statement about all of that, about this diversity, about we the people, about liberty and justice and opportunity and possibility, I feel like I am at home twice, geographically and at home with this brotherhood. And for that, I thank all of you, particularly our leadership that continues to tread water and lead. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you, Dr. Thank you, Dr. Taylor. And look, you hit all those points, and they're all valid. This is a very, very special place. Very special.
Brother Dow.
Yes.
Brother James Hill.
What's going on, Brother Hill?
I'm doing fine. I just wanted to echo what Dr. Taylor said, that I really appreciate your leadership and the leadership of your team and the things that take place in the massive and progressive 12th district. I'm a Alabama boy too. I'm from Plateau, Alabama. now called Africatown, USA.
Okay.
I was born in the 7th district. I was initiated in the 9th district. I spent my early adulthood in the 10th district under the leadership of Brother Bernard Coulon. And I lived right down, when I was born in the 7th district, I was right down the street from Pensacola, Florida, where the next Grand Basileus was born and raised. And so I hear the brothers always talking about 93, 83, 81, 86. And I'm just a 1970 brother, you know, got a couple years in the fraternity.
Well, you got one or two. You got one or two for sure.
And I just remember, I remember with Brother Lewis on this call, I just remember when I came out to the 12th district in 1979, and I came down to Silicon Valley in 83 and got affiliated with Zainu. And we had brothers that was making a serious impact on a lot of really significant things that was going on. And I found out that, you know, throughout the 12th district, brothers just were doing all kinds of things. And it's just been a really important thing in my life to be a part of this district. And I'm just looking forward to all of the things that I know would take place. And Brother Dow, I even got hooked into Beta chapter with some of my friends that were initiated before you and after you in your chapter.
Indeed, indeed.
And so, you know, one of my Dillard Theta Sigma chapter brothers comes down to the Omega Youth Leadership Conference, Brother Michael Hartman, quite a bit, you know, and he's actually in the same chapter as Bear Green, who went to my high school, and who was one of the descendants of the last slave ship that landed in this country in 1860. So, you know, the thing that I find out is when you really get to talk to brothers, you get to know the brothers, you find some things that are just astounding, you know. And I will always remember back in Sacramento, California, when we were at the district meeting at Sacramento, and you, Brother Dow, put out the fitness walks. And I had the honor and the privilege of walking with you during that walk. And that's when I really got to really know you. And I remember that all the way back from that district meeting. But, you know, I always think about Brother Grand Ricky when I think about him coming to the mic and asking those questions. I always got questions.
Well, you know, Rick's gonna ask them.
But they were questions that needed to be asked.
Yeah.
And that was showing, you know, an insight. And this is like one of the brothers that I see as being one of the most authentic brothers that I've known since I've been in the fraternity. And I'll close with this. You know, when, like I said, when you get to start knowing the brothers, you know, I've been knowing Brother Carl Blunt for a long time. And I found out that Brother Blunt had connections in Mobile. He was from there, and his brothers was, his cousins were going to the chapter meetings in Mobile. The last thing I wanted to say, brothers, was I remember being at a meeting, a chapter meeting in Mobile, Alabama. And I told the brothers at the meeting that if I closed my eyes, I was at any chapter meeting at any district that I had been a part of. And it shows that we have so many commonalities, but there are so many other things that we have to deal with. So be aware of the politics, but have a love for the brotherhood. And always remember that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us.
That's right. That's right. Look, Brother Hill, again, this is, I love spending time with the old school bros. I love it. Because what you have to give us is so rich. Like it's so rich. And you make some great points. The sci-fi, first of all, is extremely small. It's extremely small. And when you talk about brothers in the 12 making moves back then, still making moves right now. Like, I am so proud of the work that each one of you all do on a daily basis to make this world a better place. And I'm proud to be associated with you all. This association of men. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Brother Gary. Rob, what's going on, Brother Rep? How you doing?
How you doing?
Good,
And I love hearing the elder brother speak. Just for the simple fact, my father's a 54 bruh, Zeta Upsilon, Washington State University. And just hearing all of the rich information. So my father goes back to when the time there was no Chi Alpha Alpha, no Zeta Lambda, no Zeta Nu. And there was nothing in Alaska. So everybody in the Northwest had to go through Zeta Upsilon chapter, or Zeta Upsilon, excuse me, to get in a fraternity. And just how the whole structure was different. And luckily I was listening, and I like to listen. I was always the one sitting underneath the dinner table when the old folks was talking. So sometimes they made me move out the room because, they might start talking about some stuff I ain't supposed to hear, but that's a different story, different time. But I'm glad that I wrote down a lot of information. I'm glad that my dad had me around so many fraternity brothers, and my uncle's fraternity brother too. And we always talk about health. My dad's 89 years old, and now he has dementia, Alzheimer's. And just think, if I wouldn't have taken the time, and my brother's frat too, 91 bro, if I hadn't taken the time to gather this information. So I've been able to write the Zeta Upsilon chapter history, basically off a lot of information that he and his colleagues or his brothers of his same era gave us. And as a young undergrad, a lot of times you're not listening to that information. You're like, okay, bro, I'll get with you later. I'm gonna get the boots on. We're going to the party. And so I'm just glad I was able, and I'm so happy, Kwame, you, man, look, you awesome, bro. You're gonna hit us with that single letter chapter. And I got to visit your campus, man. I'll tell you that when I see you, but here we go. But everybody's done a great job as DR, and I served underneath Fred as a representative of Washington, and then I gave it to Brother Brinson, who's done an awesome job. So everybody does things differently, and I was just like, I like the fact that Fred just pulled me out of nowhere. I mean, I didn't even know, and he just pointed me out one day, said, "Man, I want you to run the Northwest," and I was like, "Who, me?" He's like, "Yeah." And so I want to say, for all you young DRs, and we have a lot of young DRs that have come through our system lately, you guys have done an awesome job. And Brother Dow, you run the 12D just like I could believe you run your business. And he's shaking your head.
Oh, yeah, we keep it tight. We keep it tight.
It's tight. It's tight.
We keep it tight.
So I love hearing all this historical information. That's what moves me. So I just wanted to chime in and say that. Nothing big, but just, man, it's so informative. So I just want to say thank you for letting me be a part of the conversation.
No, thank you, Brother Gary. We appreciate you, man. Look, I always say, look, it's important for us to talk about our history, but I think the important thing is to realize that we're still making history today. Fast forward 10, 15, 20, 30 years, I hear Brother Bridges talking about, Dennis getting up and making his comment about Rick dragging the brotherhood, right? 10, 20 years from now, you're going to hear somebody talking about, how we were in this meeting and George Taylor was talking about taking people to the green, So we are making history today. And I want brothers to be mindful of that. So when you walk through Omega, when you walk through life, realize that we're history makers too. Somebody's going to be looking back on us. Somebody's going to be talking about the work that we do today. Put every single effort into it. into it. Don't just be okay. Be great. Right, Higgs?
Well, yeah, I was going to comment when I was a bossless in, gosh, what was it, 90, 95 to 98. I represented it. Well, there were all 13 districts were in the chapter at that point in time. And so I thought that was really unique because, you know, you had people coming from different places. There were some brothers in the military. There was a brother that was made in the international chapter in the West Indies, and he was in the chapter too. So it does have that unique, you know, flavor that, you know, people come from wherever, you know. And then if you get somebody who's rolling around as an undergrad, you know, I can sit back and say, the brother now who's a DR to 6, I pledged. In the former grand, I pledged. So, you know, I saw them online. So, you know, we got that unique spirit, you know, and I think it's really important, like you say, we got to come at one, because I'm gonna tell you, once you get there, you know, if you some low hanging fruit, there's some brothers that are gonna come at you with some stuff to try to derail the ship. And you know, we got one goal, you know, get our grand bosses in. That's the point.
That's right.
And believe me, if you know a bunch of brothers, they're gonna come from all over. You know, there's gonna be a drink at the bar, bro. Why don't you come over here and get something to eat? You know, believe me, I know.
Yeah. Look, again, our strength is in our unity.
You're right.
Is in our unity, brothers. You know, our strength is in our unity, and staying together will help us to accomplish our overall goal. And we know what that goal is. As Rick says, we're not coming back without the championship belt. If you want some, get into the octagon. Y'all heard it all. You know, you heard all the things that he said, right? We want all that smoke. We want all that smoke. And we're ready for it all. And I think it was Brother Bridges who said, you know, this is kind of, and I'm reminded of this every time I hear somebody say it, right? That this process is the easy part. You know, I remember running for First Vice, running for DR. That was the easy part. What we're doing right now is the hard part. So Rick running for this office, this is the easy part. Governing is going to be the hard part. Governing is where the work is going to get done. Governing is where Rick's going to have to tell some people no, that, you know, well, damn, Rick, I supported you, or, well, damn, Rick, you're my boy. Well, you know, what you're talking about is not best for the fraternity right now. So leaders make tough decisions. And I see one definitely in this room who's ready to make the tough ones. My brothers, this is going to be good. It's going to be real good. All right, I'm mindful of the time. Anybody else want to throw a little bit into the hat before we break?
Yeah, Benson Thomas, Gamma Sigma 61. I came to the 12th district in 18 Tacoma, Washington, and the friendship and the brotherhood has stuck in my heart. And you know, I'm a baby to the district, but I'm an old man to the friendship. Thank you.
I love it.
And Lou B, continue to do well and keep us together.
Yeah.
I love it.
Old man to the friendship. The friendship. Let's not forget that friendship, bros. You know, I was sitting down having lunch with the immediate past second vice district representative who's working for me this summer doing an internship. And we were talking about that friendship and how it bridges generations because of the commonality that we have, right? The love that we've got in Omega, you know, really allows that friendship to really rise to the top. Let us not forget friendship. Let us definitely not forget friendship. Well, look, my friends, this was this was full tonight.
Right.
This was full tonight. Oh, 87. You got something?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, brothers.
Come on, 87.
Yeah, you know, I gotta say, listen, I'm pleased to be going to this glade because I'm getting my 35-year parent service award, and I'm telling you, you know, as a young man, it seemed like it was only yesterday that I was on the campus of Sonoma State, and and embarking on, this journey for Omega. And it's been a great ride. I was raised in Theta Pi. I was born in Theta Pi, but I was raised in Tata. And I just want to say that I see a lot of the brothers, the DR, Ed and Ricky and everybody who's in the chapter who helped me grow to be the brother I am today. And so I look forward to being there present to cast my vote for the new Grand Boss list and doing the work of Omega. So thank you for the leadership and everything that you do, Brother DR, and your team. Your executive team is definitely on point. And I just look forward to being down there, meeting brothers and seeing the brothers and fellowship with the brothers.
For sure. You see what Brother McWilson just put in the chat? You see what McWilson put in the chat? We need to reactivate Sonoma State. Let's go.
Sure. Yes, sir. Well, I'm working on that right now. As we
Let's
speak.
go. Let's go. Let's do
Definitely
it.
working on that.
Look,
I'm good for that.
as I said to the undergrad advisor a while ago, and all the undergrads, all the undergrad advisors from the graduate chapters, let's not be selfish with Omega. Let's not be selfish with Omega. But Gary, we almost got out of it out of this call without me talking about beta chapter. But the experience that I had at beta chapter is the reason I'm here right now. The experience that I've had at Tall chapter is the reason I'm here right now. The conversations I've had with every single one of you, whether in forums like this, directly or indirectly, it's the reason that I'm here right now. We have to make sure that our undergraduates get the opportunity to experience Omega in the way that we have. We have to. We have to. I know we're coming back at the University of Pacific. If not this fall, it'll definitely be in the spring, right? We're coming back at Lambda chapter. Alpha Epsilon, I'm going to reactivate in the next few days. On and on and on. Xi Mu, I reactivated already. Let's go. Let's not be selfish with Omega. Let's not be selfish with Omega. Who's got their hand up here from EMU?
Oh, that's myself, Deshaun Brantley.
Oh,
how y'all doing tonight?
Oh, I see the young bro's been laying in the cut. You just been soaking this all up, huh, young bro?
Yeah, I just been, just listening.
All right, what you got?
I was gonna say to add on with that, I was speaking with Wayne Love, and I was telling him that the undergrads.
Well, hold on,
EMU,
team. Hold on, team. Let the bros know who you are.
Oh, Sean Brantley, Solo Dog, Spring 21, EMU. Just been working, pushing the frat, trying to get everything growing out here in NorCal. But to add on with that, I was telling Wayne Love that we could put a team together as far as with all the undergrads from Berkeley. We said we would be down to just travel, like you said, to Sonoma, Pacific, just to possibly put on a show if they need that, so they could have a visual. Just knowing Omega possibly through their uncle or their dad, but people that don't know Omega, they'll be able to see it. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Deshaun. We've got money for that. Rick had challenged some of us to put together a pool for our undergraduates so that we can move them around the district to do just those things. Bros, I didn't realize Deshaun was on, and Deshaun, now I got to call you out, right?
Oh, man.
Let me tell you, brothers, this is a perfect example of the type of brother who comes into the organization and takes the bull by the horns. I said that I wanted the winter council meeting to be hosted by undergraduates. He stepped up along with the alumni brothers of Epsilon Mu, and it was the first face-to-face meeting that we had in about 2.5 years. And it was absolutely outstanding. Outstanding. When we reactivated the chapter, he came in, then followed up with another line after him. I know they've got a line. They've got some young men who they're planning on bringing through in either the fall or the spring. But he's been like a sponge. He's listening to the brothers, and he's also playing his role. He's participating too. We need more of this. look, sometimes when I find myself in the middle of a fantastic conversation, I look around, I'm like, damn, I wish a young bro was here, just soaking all this up. So Deshaun, I'm really glad that that you have been soaking all this up this evening and listening to this, because I'll tell you right now, I'm full just listening to all these brothers who are senior to me and their experience in Omega. This is a great organization. It's an absolute great organization. And I'm glad to say a brother like you is coming to carry the baton, take the baton, running. Hey, look, I'll last thing, and then we'll wrap it. Deshaun said to, and Deshaun, I'm really gonna put you out here now. After the district meeting, he said to Brother DR Walker, he was like, man, how do I become DR? Yeah. Your time is coming, my brother. Keep it up. Keep it up. All right. My brothers, I love you.
All right.
I appreciate you. I'll see you in a few days in Charlotte, where we bring back championship belt. All right, my brothers.
Right. Let's get it. Go Ricky.
Safe journey, brother.
All right, Q's.
Brother Lewis, we're behind you.
All right.
All right, brothers. For sure. Y'all have a good one. Brew.
Peace.
Brew.
Safe
right,
travel.
King.
Brother.
Bros. Have a good
Looking
one.
forward to seeing y'all.